Hi, I'm Jack Cush, Executive Editor of RoomNow.com. I'm coming to you live from EULAR 2016 here in London. A few interesting abstracts from today I'd like to summarize. First was a report, an oral presentation, OP0241 from Lars Klarskog's group in Sweden, where they showed from a population-based study that repetitive, prolonged workloads was associated with an increased risk of rheumatoid arthritis. This is a bit surprising and a bit unexpected, and the mechanisms underlying this are not yet explained. But they did show in a fairly convincing manner that patients who were involved in repeated physical activities, not sedentary activities, not vibration, but actually things that involve workloads and manual labor, were associated with an increased risk in the population of developing both seropositive and seronegative RA. More is needed on the subject, but it's interesting nonetheless. A German registry has been established called RHEKISS, R-H-E-K-I-S-S, detailed in the report OP0118, where they showed their early attempts to establish a registry with 90 or 100 docs and over 100 patients thus far enrolled with a variety of rheumatic conditions, indicating the substantial need for more information on pregnancies. The early data is not in, but it's encouraging that these German physicians are taking the initiative to establish their own registry. Early this morning, Mark Genovese presented excellent data from AbbVie's new JAK1 selective inhibitor, ABT494. The abstract was OP0223. In the abstract, Mark presented convincing data from a 6-month trial that multiple doses of this agent were effective, and that this is going to be in the run for maybe the second or third JAK inhibitor on the market. Good results seen, no new surprises from a safety angle. The drug being tested as both a BID and a single dose seems to be effective. And lastly, a very hotly contested session chaired by Maxime Dugados ended with a discussion of matching adjusted indirect comparisons, looking to compare IL-17 drugs to TNF inhibitors in patients with ankylosing spondylitis. Abstracts OP0114 and 0115 looked at indirect comparisons. And these are methodologies employed when you can't have head-to-head trials, but you nonetheless take studies like ATLAS and measure studies done in adalimumab and secukinumab respectively, and you try to match up patients as best you can and look at the outcomes. You end up with a small subset of the overall study. These studies were done years ago, 10 years ago for ATLAS, and you come away with information. Interestingly, one abstract was sort of done and sponsored by AbbVie and showed one message, and the other one was done by Novartis and showed a completely different message. In both of them, they didn't show very impressive data that was unequivocally in favor of one drug, but they showed trends that they believe has importance and meaning to clinicians. But what they heard from the audience was, yeah, not so fast, buddy. We really need to see head-to-head trials. I think a great quote from Robert Landaway, he said, this is what happens when you squeeze the data. You keep squeezing and squeezing until it confesses and you get what you want. We need head-to-head trials to know more. Stay tuned to RoomNow.com for more information. Goodbye.